Now, if I didn't know any better, I'd say that you're looking at running for president.
Do it. Do it. Look at me. Do it. I will personally write you a campaign check now on behalf of this country, which does not want you to be president, but which badly wants you to run.
I am officially running for President of the United States, and we are going to make our country great again.
There's not going to be a President Donald Trump.
I think that man will be President of the United States right about the time that spaceships come down filled with dinosaurs and red cake.
Donald Trump has been saying that he will run for president as a Republican, which is surprising since I just assumed he was running as a joke.
Donald Trump will not become president.
I continue to believe Mr. Trump will not be president.
Donald Trump will never, ever be president.
Moderator, but apparently believes that Donald Trump is a clown.
President Obama will go down as perhaps the worst president in the history of the United States! Exclamation point at real Donald Trump. Well, at real Donald Trump, at least I will go down as a president.
You're never going to be president of the United States by insulting your way to
Let's see, I'm at 42 and you're at...
We have a key race alert right now. Donald Trump now has reached the number of delegates needed to clinch the Republican presidential nomination.
So, right now, Mr. Trump, to answer your call for political honesty, I just want to say, you're not going to be president, all right? It's been fun. It's been great. I love you. But come on, buddy.
Donald Trump, while we project, will win in Kentucky with its 8th electoral votes, in Indiana with its 11th electoral votes, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Tennessee, Mississippi, South Carolina, Alabama, Kansas with its 6 electoral votes, Nebraska with its 5 electoral votes, and Wyoming with its 3 electoral votes, North Dakota with its 3 electoral votes, and South Dakota, Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, the state of Montana, Missouri, Ohio, Idaho, North Carolina.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
do solemnly swear.
Together, we will make America great again.
Paradigm of absolute control. And that's why we're just out here doing simple things, pointing out that we're meant to be in nature and be natural. And this is where we find the source that God made to transcend the New World Order. And that's why they want to try to keep us out of it.
I'm angry. I've had enough of these people. They're a bunch of Christian murderers, scum. They're on giant death factories, keeping babies alive. Selling their body parts. What more do you need to know about these people? I go out and face these scum. They literally crawl out from under rocks. They have green looking skin and they run around screaming, we love Satan, we wanna eat babies. I have them on video. Hillary's in the creepy weird sick stuff, man. She sleeps in the same room with that creepy weirdo woman whose mother wears a hood over her head. What the hell? That woman number one is ugly. Imagine how bad she smells, man. I'm told her and Obama just stink. Obama and Hillary both smell like sulfur. Literal vampire pot belly goblins are hobbling round coming after us. My spirit gets close to that evil and I feel it go. We're such self-centered crap. We don't even notice hell itself rising up against us. Millions of pointed people of the very worst type, and I'm so pissed. stab your daughter at the mall. We're gonna stab your wife, your son. We're gonna stab you with a butcher knife, and then the police chief is gonna say, we love our Somalis, we love our Muslims. Oh, they're so good, oh, they're so sweet.
I was watching Fox News as I worked out this morning.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to CobraCast IRL. I needed Alex Jones to give me a few more minutes because I just got off a Fortnite stream. So shout out to Yellow Flash. I'm not trying to steal your intro, bro. You're the one that made that relevant in our world again. So shout out to Yellow Flash, Flashcast. But yeah, so we're here. We're live. We just got done wrecking some of the best Fortnite players on the planet over on Twitch, D-Day Cobra Twitch, Geeks and Gamers Twitch, Geeks and Gamers main channel, and it was awesome. But we got more important things to talk about tonight, and that would be Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is no more, ladies and gentlemen. It's a sad, sad day. But we also have Joe Biden. Joe Biden, some would call the President of the United States of America. I would call him nothing more than a senile old man who is being controlled by more powerful people than himself because he doesn't even know where he's at every single day of the week. And that's a terrifying situation that we find ourselves in. But there's a lot to talk about. Obviously, we've got the CobraCast Discord, which is the Geeks and Gamers Discord, but we have the CobraCast within the Geeks and Gamers Discord. So you guys can share topics in there or videos that you want me to react to. And we're just getting this party started. How is the Cobra crew doing? I see the snake pit. I see the snake pit rising up, letting everybody know what's going on. There's an echo? Really? Is there an echo? Can someone confirm that? I saw one comment. So I don't know if there's an echo. You guys let me know if there's an echo. There should not be an echo. Don't think there would be one. Yeah, I don't hear an echo. Nope, no echo. It's gone. Okay, Jay is there. What's up, Drunk 3PO? Drunk 3PO in the house. Make sure you guys go support Jay on Indiegogo. I'm sure people will be dropping links as they should be. No echo, says Jay Hailstorm. Everyone say hello to Jay Hailstorm, who's backstage. Jay Hailstorm's a fixture on CobraCast. He's always here. He's always backstage. The ladies, Krista and Steph, I basically gave them the night off because I knew they didn't want to stay up late and do this. And they have other things they need to focus on. So shout out to Krista and Steph, My Dirty Home. They're awesome. But we got stuff to talk about today. How's everybody doing? I see you in the chat. I appreciate all of you. And there's Jay Hailstorm right there saying his infamous hello. Drunk 3PO has just become a member. Drunk 3PO is now a member of the Snake Pit, the Cobra crew. There you go, Jay. Right here, Eric K dropping links to Drunk 3PO's Indiegogo. Make sure you guys go and check that out. I want to talk about something. So we did our political show today. I did my political show with me, RK Outpost Ryan, and Suresh from the situation with Suresh. And I talked about this. Holy shit, man. Like, Joe Biden's in bad shape, guys. Like, we are beyond it being funny, even though we're gonna laugh at it. This is downright scary shit. Like, look at this right here. I want everyone to listen to this, okay? I have the transcript of what he said. People were legitimately thinking this can't be real. This has to be a deep fake. That's what people were saying. They're like, this has to be a deep fake because there's no way this is real. And then Twitter had to fact check this video to confirm that it's not a deep fake, it's real. The President of the United States of America, the most popular president in the history of our country, 81 million votes, everybody. This is him right here. This is creepy, bro.
And I had a nurse named Pearl Nelson in the military. she'd come in and do things that I don't think you learn in medical school, nursing school. She'd whisper in my ear. I couldn't understand him. She'd whisper, she'd lean down. She'd actually breathe on me to make sure that there was a connection, a human connection. She even went home and brought back her pillow from her own bed because she knew the one I had, the one comfortable. But I'm not joking.
What the fuck? One more time. So here's the transcript of it. Whoa, Joe. He says, quote, I had a nurse named Pearl. She'd come in and do things I don't think you learn in nursing school. She'd whisper in my ear. She'd lean down and breathe on me. She went home and got the pillow from her own bed. I'm not joking. Bro, what the fuck? What the actual fuck? And then it says readers added context they thought people might want to know. There is a lot of confusion in the responses to this tweet as to whether or not this is doctored or deep fake video. This is, in fact, unedited, legitimate footage from a Joe Biden speech, which took place on 2/28/23. This is beyond sad. This is beyond sad. There's a real president right there. We're going to hear that here in just a minute, but holy crap, man. Like, what the fuck? If you are a, honest to goodness, if you're a Joe Biden supporter, I need to know, what do you actually think what do you think he's done good for this country? Like, it's a legitimate question. It's not a gotcha question. It's an honest question, and you have to leave Trump out of the answer. So I want an honest to goodness, like Joe Biden supporter, someone that voted for Joe Biden. I want you to tell me, without mentioning Donald Trump, I want you to tell me one thing that that Joe Biden has done that has made this country better since he took over. Because you know you can't. Like, there's no good faith argument that can be made. There's no good faith argument that can be made. None. Zero. End of it. That's how terrifying this is. They can't. They can't. You know, I showed this earlier too, and I know it's kind of an oldie, but it's old but gold, but it's also like just as creepy. But like, this is Joe Biden. This is Joe Biden right here. This is what he said. This was, how long ago was this? This is like 3 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago right here. And he's only gotten worse. This right here.
I saw that made me aware when I was in law school. Proudly for Holloway. Proudly for your dad. First African-American state senator in the state of Delaware. Everything about. And by the way, you know, I sit on the stand and it get hot. I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
Bro. It's amazing. Someone animated this, by the way. Someone animated it, okay? So someone.
And by the way, you know, I got.
So someone animated that, and I'm going to show that to you. There we go. I think we got it now. So right here.
And by the way, you know, I got hairy legs that turn turn blonde in the sun. And the kids used to come up and reach in the pool and rub my leg down so it was straight, and then watch the hair come back up again. They look at it. So I learned about roaches. I learned about kids jumping on my lap. And I've loved kids jumping on my lap.
I don't know what the context of roaches is. I have no idea. Where I'm sure that there's some. I would assume that there's some type of context. I would assume. Yeah, Jay Hailstorm, that's fine. That's fine in the private chat. I would assume that is there's context, I would imagine, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. By the way, we are on Rumble. I see everyone over on Rumble, so thank you guys. Shout out to our Rumble crowd over there. I'm sure mods can drop links to that as well. We finally got Rumble fired away, but holy crap, man. What the hell? This is where we are. There's so much to talk about with Lori Lightfoot. I want to show you guys. So Lori Lightfoot, the disaster known as Lori Lightfoot, was voted out. She's no longer in charge. She's over with. She's done. Now, Lori Lightfoot is objectively one of the worst politicians we have ever seen. Ever. I want to show you one of the cringiest clips you're ever going to see, and then I'm going to read some super chats. This is one of the cringiest clips you're ever going to see. This is Lori Lightfoot, okay? She's wearing a Clorox outfit. She's wearing Clorox. Okay? This is her battling against COVID. She was against COVID. Rona Destroyer, bro. Rona Destroyer. This is not a joke. Like, this is really a person that held public office in this country. That's right. She did. That's right. That was her. Was that her mocking Trump's bleach statement, Nitrium? Is that what it was? That was her mocking, because when Trump brought the Clorox comment up. That's right.
So guess what we're here to talk about today?
As she coughs, as she's coughing, like, oh my God. So that's where we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's where we are. Say the line, Jeremy the Lost Tales. Are you talking about she's not just a clown, she's the whole damn circus? She's not just a clown, she's the whole damn circus. Holy shit, bro. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? I love all of you in the chat. I see you in the chat. I see the Cobra crew. I see the Snake Pit. There's so much hype. You guys love this show, and I love you for it. I thank you so much. I look forward to this show every single night. And as I told you, we're going to keep evolving it. We're going to keep doing, more to grow this. Did you like Jay Hailstorm's opening intro? His starting soon banner. I thought that was pretty cool. So good work on him. Let's catch a couple of super chats as we get rolling. I saw we had some. Ray Atkinson for $10 says Lori Lightfoot, part Korean, wrong side of the track, Chicago native. Tim Pool investigated in beanies for vote scandal. I saw Tim Pool posted something about the demographics of Chicago and the voting, how the voting went. We kind of talked about that a little bit on our political show earlier today. Sir Yuzaban says, my prediction of the replacement of the Indian song with a song called What Makes the White Man White. I will pay Disney to make that just for kicks. And then we got Ruthie, Star Wars for Life. What's up, Ruthie? Can't wait to hear the stream later on my lunch break. Love CobraCast. Jeremy's my favorite YouTuber. Well, thank you, Ruthie. Appreciate you. Thank you. Lying dog face pony soldier for $1.99 super sticker. Thank you. Tinso says Chicago is just racist. Chicago is just racist all along. Juicy was right. Lori Lightfoot probably. Lori Lightfoot blamed racism. She actively so let me pull this up right here. So Lori Lightfoot actually blamed racism for the reason that she lost. Okay. Just when you think she can't get more ridiculous. Okay. Right here we have it. Let me show you. So this is the New York Post. All right. Sharing my screen now. Lori Lightfoot. Good Lord, man. Right here. Lori Lightfoot blames election loss on racism and gender. That's right. Of course she did. Of course she did. Democratic Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot blamed racism and her gender for her landslide defeat in her re-election bid. As Chicagoans wary of rising crime on her watch celebrated her fall from political rock star to rock bottom. It's hard for me to call her a rock star in any capacity whatsoever. She said, "I'm a black woman in America." Of course, she replied when asked by a reporter if she had been treated unfairly. But she called being Chicago's mayor the honor of a lifetime. Regardless of tonight's outcome, we fought the right fights, and we put the city in a better path, Lightfoot said, as she urged her fellow mayors around the U.S. to not fear being bold. She actually said that they put Chicago in a better place. My goodness. My goodness. So the same song and dance is every single time. Like I've said this, I've shown this, and I'll show it again really quick. My response, I've got this tweet response, and I do this a lot on Twitter. Whenever I see some clown take or some ridiculous take or something like that, it's this right here. It's the same exact argument every time. What is the magic word to get what you want? We all know what that word is. What is the word? What is the word? The magic word is, of course, racist. So I have this meme right here that I'm going to show you guys if I can find it, because I totally destroyed the Hollywood Reporter, unless the Hollywood Reporter has deleted that post, because I ratioed the hell out of them the other day. I can't find it now. Maybe they did delete it. I don't know. I can't find it now. Maybe they deleted it. So the Hollywood Reporter posted a story about the new Ariel from The Little Mermaid, because they've race swapped Ariel, because of course they have, because everything and everybody has to be black, and if you are against it, then you're a racist, yada, yada. Here it is. I found it. So right here, did they hide my reply? Where's my reply at? Okay, there it is. All right, I found it. Here we go. Check this out. So this is Hollywood Reporter. Haley Bailey is opening up about the racist backlash she faced when the news came out that she's starring as Ariel in The Little Mermaid. Let me play you this really quick.
She received when news broke that she was cast as Ariel in Disney's live-action adaptation of The Little Mermaid. In a new cover story for The Face, Bailey said some of the negative reactions were not a surprise. As a black person, you just expect it, and it's not really a shock anymore. I know people are like, it's not about race, but now that I'm her, people don't understand that when you're black, there's this whole other community. It's so important for us to see ourselves. She credits mentor Beyonce for offering sound advice to her.
Ah, yes, mentor Beyonce, Queen B, the most overrated, overhyped, trash entertainer of our lifetime. When you are using Beyonce as your mentor to deal with attacks online, Beyonce, one of the richest entertainers on the planet, but she wants to tell you that America is a racist country. Yes, that's where we're at.
And sister Chloe Bailey that she continues to lean on. When Chloe and I first signed to Parkwood, B was always like, I never read my comments. Don't ever read the comments. Honestly, when the teaser came out, I was at the D23 Expo and I was so happy. I didn't see any of the negativity. When The Hollywood Reporter caught up with Bailey last year at the D23 event, she relayed the most magical part of the experience for her.
The fact that I get to kind of represent all of these little young Black and brown boys and girls who are to come is really special to me. Because I know that if I had that when I was younger, it would have changed my whole perspective on life.
Yeah, you would have been able to grow up and become Ariel. Oh, wait, you did. How in the world were you able to connect with Ariel? How was that possible? So anyway, I responded with this meme right here. And that right there is how it is. And it ratioed The Hollywood Reporter. What's the magic word to get what you want? Racist. It used to be please. It used to be polite, please, thank you, yada, yada, yada. No. Now it's just let's call everyone racist. Let's call everyone and everything racist so we can get what we want. And it's nonsense. And I do think that the bubble is bursting on all of this. I do believe that the bubble is bursting. I'm not sure how much longer it's going to take, but you see everything happening with Woody Harrelson and what he said on Saturday Night Live. You see mainstream now is covering wokeness and all of this ideology. We're seeing a lot of different people finally covering this stuff. And that's what has to happen. Because eventually we all, like normal people, usually get everything right. They're just usually ahead of the curve. And just like now, 2 years later, what are we talking about now? We're talking about the Wuhan lab and the leak and COVID. But 2 years ago, you weren't allowed to say that. 2 years ago, you were not allowed to bring that up, or you would be banned from social media. You would be banned from YouTube. You would lose your livelihood. You would lose everything for having a fucking opinion. Now, the government is confirming all of that. So does that mean that all the people that lost their jobs or lost revenue or lost sponsors or lost their social media account, do we get some type of incentive? Do we get things back? Do we get anything like that? No, not at all. We just have to deal with it because you banned us for something that was a conspiracy theory at the time, but now it's 100% accurate and it's okay to talk about it suddenly. But of course, you trashed Donald Trump 2 years ago. Trashed Donald Trump 2-3 years ago, whatever it was. Whenever Donald Trump said that, point blank said it. Remember Jon Stewart? Does anybody remember the Jon Stewart deal? Pretty sure Jon Stewart and Colbert. Here it is. So right here, remember this? And you remember Colbert just freaking out. Colbert was losing his fucking mind over this when Jon Stewart called him out. This right here.
What do you mean by that? Do you mean like perhaps there's a chance that this was created in a lab? There's an investigation.
A chance?
Well, but
oh my
if there was
God.
evidence, I'd love to hear it.
There's
I just don't know.
a novel respiratory coronavirus overtaking Wuhan, China. What do? Oh, you know who we could ask? The Wuhan novel respiratory coronavirus lab. The disease is the same name as the lab. That's just a little too weird, don't you think? And then they ask the scientists, they're like, how did this? So wait a minute, you work at the Wuhan respiratory coronavirus lab. How did this happen? And they're like, a pangolin kissed a turtle. And you're like, no, the name of your lab. If you look at the name, let me see your business card. Show me your business card. Oh, I work at the coronavirus lab in Wuhan. Oh, because there's a coronavirus loose in Wuhan.
See, it's not even like, it's hard to even laugh at this time because you know how true all of this is, but you couldn't talk about it at this point in time. If you were on YouTube, if you were on Twitter, if you were on social media, you couldn't talk about this. You were not allowed to talk about it.
Did that happen? Maybe a bat flew into the cloaca of a turkey and then it sneezed into my chili and now we all have coronavirus. Like, come on. Okay.
Wait a second.
What about this? Listen to this.
Wait a second.
All right.
John.
Oh my God. there's been an outbreak of chocolatey goodness near Hershey, Pennsylvania. What do you think happened? Like, oh, I don't know. Maybe a steam shovel mated with a cocoa bean. Or it's the chocolate factory. Maybe that's it.
That could be.
You see how nervous Colbert is right now? Do you see how terrified Colbert is? Because he could not control the conversation. He couldn't control the narrative going on. All of these guys, all of these late night talk show guys, they are nothing but controlled minds that will do whatever the powers that be tell them to do. That's who they are. They are pathetic. Do you remember the Colbert dance where weren't they dressed up as like needles or some shit like that? They were dressed up like needles. It was sick. It was crazy. I don't even know if I can find that one. Or Eric K's backstage, so was Hailstorm. So I don't know. Let's see. Yes, Eric K, DM me the member chats as well. But yeah, if you guys can find that clip of like Colbert dancing with like people that were dressed as syringes or something like that, it was like wild, man. And it's like you're actively trying to push people to buy into this when you yourself don't buy into it. You know, it's unbelievable. I don't think the people want me to play that one, to be honest with you. It may be too much cringe. It might be too much cringe. It might be too much cringe. Hell yeah, snake pits rising up. They don't want it. They don't want it. They don't want it. I don't think you guys want to see it. It's really awful. It's really awful. I'm in the snake pit now over in Discord. Let me see if I can find, which you guys don't want to see it. I personally don't want to watch it either. All right. I personally don't want to watch that shit either. All right, here we go. So I will show you one thing though. Another thing that was not allowed to be discussed just a few years ago, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Just a few years ago, you were not allowed to show what I'm about to show you. You were not allowed to do this because this was fake news. This was a conspiracy, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that the mainstream lost their minds over. And guess who was right? This man was right.
And my question is, have you seen anything at this point that gives you a high degree of confidence that the Wuhan Institute of Virology was the origin of this virus?
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And I think that the World Health Organization should be ashamed of themselves because they're like the public relations agency for China. And this country pays them almost $500 million a year, and China pays them $38 million a year. And whether it's a lot or more, it doesn't matter. It's still, they shouldn't be making excuses when people make horrible mistakes, especially mistakes that are causing hundreds of thousands of people around the world to die.
And my question is, have you seen any?
And when that happened, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when that happened, the mainstream media lost their minds over this. They lost it. They were saying that he was spreading propaganda, that he was reckless, that he was dangerous, yada, yada, yada. And then the signal went out. So if you were on social media, you were not allowed to talk about this. Do you remember even, I'll give Elon Musk credit. Elon Musk was one of the first people to call all of this stupid. He did it on Twitter. He called it stupid. I think he deleted his tweet. That's the difference in Elon and Trump. Trump ain't going to back down. Trump's going to be like, yeah, I said it, and I'm going to keep saying it. Elon will back down. He will delete tweets. He will delete stuff. He will scrub stuff from the internet. Trump won't, but like Elon called it out. He did. He called all of that out. But, Trump is the guy who is consistently ahead of the curve. And that's building towards what I want to say now, which is it's about to get ugly. Okay. Donald Trump versus Ron DeSantis is about to get ugly. And we had an interview the other day, and DeSantis was asked about Trump directly. Trying to find it right now if I can find it. Ron DeSantis Trump. And I don't love that I didn't see this one. I didn't see the Jesse Waters response or the Jesse Waters interview with him. I didn't see that one, but I'll go back to that one here in just a minute. Trying to find where DeSantis was. I think it was Brian Kilmeade that asked him about it. Jesse Waters looks like asked him about it too. I didn't see that one at all though, so I'll have to look at that. I see we got some super chats in here. I will get to those momentarily. Thank you. Let's listen to what Jesse Waters. I've not heard this interview at all, so we'll listen to Jesse Waters, and it says apparently he asked him about Trump. Let's hear what he's got to say. And boom, here we go.
I mean, you're obviously running for president. You got the book. You're going around the country doing these events. I mean, what's going on here,
well,
Governor?
Tell you what, I've got well, I'm proud of what we've done in Florida. A lot of people ask me how you do it, but I've got over the next few months, I've got a big legislative session. We just won a big re-election victory. I made a lot of promises. We're going to deliver on those promises. So finish reading the book. I'm happy to come back and discuss that with you. But
saying Fox will claim me. They might. At the end of the day, as I've told you guys, you guys make this show, so I'm not going to hold back on giving you content if it's going to get copyright claimed, because you guys do so much to support me already, with the amazing, donations and even just being here, lurking, whatever. All of you make this show what it is. So if we could do some reactions to some stuff, and if one of these fucking companies claim me, whatever, fuck them. We're still gonna, as long as they don't block the video, that will be a different story. But if they claim it, then I work for you guys anyway, not them. Fuck
but
them.
I'd like to come back over the next 3 months and discuss a lot of these legislative wins that we're having. For example, we're going to make sure our university bill to be able to.
Former President Donald Trump definitely thinking about you. You haven't said a lot. I know you've heard what he said. You can see this collision is coming, can't you?
Well, look, Jesse, I mean, he used to say how great of a governor I was, and then I win a big victory, and all of a sudden, he had different opinions. And so you could take that for what it's worth. But, at the end of the day, I think one of the reasons I've been successful as governor is I don't really pay attention to a lot of the background noise. I mean, he's obviously a big fish, but I get attacked all the time from every different.
Come on, DeSantis. Don't act like Trump. Like, Trump ain't just a big fish. Trump is the fish. Don't act like you're not aware of this, and don't act like you don't have people involved with your campaign that aren't putting attacks out there. That's what pisses me off about this. And this is the difference between Donald Trump and everybody else. He doesn't hide behind super PACs or political funding. He just says what's on his mind, and he doesn't apologize for it. I don't like this rhino approach that DeSantis is taking. We know what's going on, DeSantis. You're very aware of it. That's a fact. Come on. Like, that's just wild to me, And I'm of the belief, and again, if I'm wrong, I will 100% admit I'm wrong. I'm of the belief that Donald Trump is a counterpuncher. That's who he's always been. He's always been a counterpuncher. I'm of the belief that Trump is aware of the discussions that DeSantis is having with rhino Republicans who clearly want him gone. And that's why he has publicly gone after him, because of the behind the scenes discussions that has been going on with DeSantis and other right-wing rhino Republicans. That's what I believe. And that's why I've been turned off by it. Again, I'm just talking specifically on DeSantis and Trump because I live in the state of Florida. I love Ron DeSantis. He's a fantastic governor. He's amazing. And he will become an amazing president. I just don't believe his time is right now. I believe his time is in 2028. And I wish that he would run for VP under Trump and show some unity, because if in fact, let's hypothetically say that Trump and DeSantis have their battle, just like a lot of, political campaigns do. And ultimately, let's just hypothetically say Trump wins the nomination, DeSantis falls in line and becomes VP. I think that it's a far more powerful message if these guys from the beginning show their solidarity from the beginning and say, like, we are going to tackle the problems in this country. The problems are too dangerous. We are facing such a problem with this country that we are going to put any political differences we may have. And Ron DeSantis, it's just say, I want to be Trump's vice president. And for 4 years, we're going to focus on making America great again. And then after that, we're going to be in a position to look to the future beyond. And clearly that means, 8 years of DeSantis as president. That's what I think sends a more powerful message than anything. But who am I? I'm just a guy on YouTube. What the fuck do I know, right? I'm just saying what I think would be a more powerful message to everyone. Because you have to, this is serious, man. What's happening right now, not only in this country, but around the world, it's serious. And if you think for 1 second that the Democrats are just going to play like normal rules, they're not. They are running a lame duck candidate in Joe Biden. He is a terrible candidate. Joe Biden is going to be objectively the worst candidate for president we have ever seen. He was already the worst. Now it's going to take it to another level because, as I said, what happens when you have spoiled milk? Are you just going to leave that milk out and hope that it eventually gets better? It doesn't happen that way. That's not reality. Joe Biden is not getting better. He's only going to get worse. From this point forward, Joe Biden is only going to get worse. It's not like, I'm sure he'll sharpen up his mind here in the next, year and a half. No, he's going to deteriorate even more over the next year and a half. This man is going to be in bad shape in a year and a half. We already saw, that clip I just showed with the talking about the kids in his legs. He was even sharper then. That was 3 years ago than he is now. So now think about how far he's fallen, and then think about how he's going to look in a year and a half from now. And they're going to be running him for the next 4 years. It's terrifying. It's terrifying. So I don't know, man. It's wild. It is wild. So it is what it is. Damn, that's a lot of simping. I like Trump, but he's being a bitch attacking him. And you're basing your ideas of Trump attacking supposed backroom chats. What the fuck? That's bullshit. Oh, really? No, I'm not basing it off of that. I'm basing it off of, where's it at? Because I saw it. I'm basing it off of, this is what Ron DeSantis was doing. Let me find it. This was Ron DeSantis when he needed Trump.
Everyone knows my husband, Ron DeSantis, is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you should know.
I'm Donald Trump.
Now that they parodied the 2024 part, they messed with it. But that was a commercial from Ron DeSantis when he got the endorsement of Donald Trump, when he was losing to a black gay crackhead for the governor of Florida. Donald Trump saved the state of Florida and potentially America when he endorsed Ron DeSantis. Ron DeSantis, without Donald Trump, was going to lose to a gay black crackhead for governor of the state of Florida. That's a fact. That is a fact. So all of you DeSantis fans out there, were you a DeSantis fan before Donald Trump gave the endorsement? Did you even know Ron DeSantis' name? Where was this passion at before Big Don rolled up in there and gave you that endorsement? But no, now let's turn on Trump. Let's turn on Trump. You wouldn't know Ron DeSantis' name if it wasn't for Donald Trump. You wouldn't know his name. So miss me with your disrespect towards Donald fucking Trump. So clearly something is going on for Trump to be on the offensive. And every time DeSantis is asked about it, he plays the high road. Well, what about you making a fucking whole damn video commercial how much you love Donald Trump when you needed him for governor? So yes, I am speculating. Yes, but I'm using actual things that have happened to lead me to my assumptions. So there you go. And it sucks. It really does suck because I hate that they're fighting because I love Ron DeSantis. And the reason I keep repeating that is because these motherfuckers who are just like anti-Trump, because there is a lot of these Republicans out there, they're like, we got to get rid of Trump. We got to get rid of Trump. We need DeSantis. No. And that's the type of nonsense why the left keeps winning. Because why does the left keep winning? The left keeps winning because they're unified in their hatred of Trump. The left keeps winning because they are unified in their hatred of Trump. And the right, Trump is the most popular person in this country. He's also the most hated. Okay? It's fair. He's not only is he just the most popular, he's also the most hated. That's a fact. He is hated. But he's also the most popular. He has the strongest base of anyone that we've ever seen in political office ever. Run for it. He's had the strongest foundation. You would think the person with the strongest foundation and the biggest fan base would get the support of the party and everyone else involved because they see the bigger picture. But they can't get out of their own way. They can't get out of their own way. And that fracture is why the left keeps winning. That's why. So, I mean, I could sit here. So for the DeSantis simps out there, I can sit here and say, I love Ron DeSantis. I think Ron DeSantis is a fantastic governor. I think he's going to make a fantastic president one day. I just don't think that's his time. But the DeSantis simps go, Donald Trump, he's just not good. He's not a good president. He's just not good for this country. He can't win an election. Did you see the opening where I just played where everybody said he couldn't win the election and he did just that? And if you think for 1 second, let's just hypothetically say that Trump is out of the equation. Do you think the left isn't going to smear Ron DeSantis in the same way? Of course they are. Of course they're going to smear him. The hatred for Trump will then get redirected to DeSantis. The attacks, the lies, the bullshit, it all will go to DeSantis. So you might as well shore up the bases while you got them. And both men need to be unified in that front. And sadly, they're not. And it sucks, but we are where we are. You know what I mean? I see everybody in the chat. We've got almost 1,100 people here on CobraCast IRL. Thank you, guys. We had a banger of Tuesday night's main event. Man, Tuesday night's main event has just ranked up in the last month. I don't know what it is, but Tuesday night's main event has just stepped its game up. CobraCast is rocking. All of our streams are doing really well on Geeks and Gamers, and I really appreciate all of you. Smash the melee button if you don't mind. That's a simple request from a simple man. We got some super chats. Where'd that 20 go? The Lost Tales. Don't fall for it, Jeremy. When you see the media do a full 180, it's something bigger. In this case, it's more geopolitical. Look at China becoming closer and closer with Russia. It's a setup 101 to focus all eyes on China. What specifically were you talking about, Lost Tales? I'm just curious. What were we talking about? Lost Tales says, don't fall for it, Jeremy. When you see the media do a full, you're talking about the coronavirus stuff. I got you. Yeah, and honestly, I 100% agree with you. I 100% agree with you that this is, when you do see the media do that full 180, there's something else they're trying to take your attention from. Now, you know me. I've said this already. I think that the distraction for 2024 is going to be, it's going to be the war. Like that's what it's going to be. Ukraine, Russia, China, all of that. That's going to be the distraction. That's going to be our new coronavirus. But I don't know how they're actually going to play it, though. How are they going to play it? Because they can't put Joe Biden in a bunker. How are they going to put him in a bunker this time? They did that last time. They basically put him in the basement and he never left. So he couldn't take any questions or anything like that. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. I really don't. I'm going to be very interested to see what their actual play is. I see we have some new members. Thank you. Let's see. There it is. Jay Hailstorm sent. So right here. Where is it at? The Kilmeade interview, Jay Hailstorm. I don't see it. I think you sent me the wrong link. Real Clear Politics finds the census for Florida. Yeah, I don't see it. 3-minute mark. There was an actual Kilmeade with Ron DeSantis. Oh, wait. I think I know. I think I know what you sent me. Never mind. My bad. Because Ron DeSantis wasn't actually on video. Yeah, that's what it was. So right here is the Kilmeade interview with Ron DeSantis, I believe. Let's play this one and find out. Right here.
Kept secret in Washington. You know it's coming in. You know it's coming after the legislative session. Speaking to you, quite frankly.
Both, but they also love Trump. And I'm going to ask these people, they're making it's almost a decision between their favorite children. I mean, Trump in the latest Fox poll is up 20. DeSantis is second. And then everybody else is in single digits. It's so early. I get it. But a couple of things. It also is the other major talking about that you guys have been discussing for the last 2 hours is about this whole COVID-19 and how it was handled and the ridicule he took and what he.
See, this is where there was a comment right here. It's like, this is what bothers me about it is that's what it comes off as. DeSantis not supporting Trump proves he's part of the mob trying to bring back. I don't necessarily believe he's part of the mob, but I mean, it's a competitive side of things. So it's like, it's clearly that he's positioning himself to run for president. All of a sudden, DeSantis pretending he doesn't know him, getting all the rhinos drooling for him. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm looking at it. And to me, this could, this isn't the interview with Brian Kilmeade, so I'll find that one later. But to me, this could destroy 2024. It 100% could destroy 2024. The situation with DeSantis and Trump, it could destroy it. That's the scary situation because I don't see people unified on that front. And that's what's more concerning than anything. So, that's what we have to, that's what I'm going to continue to focus in on. And I've seen enough of it. I've seen enough of the DeSantis side, the pro DeSantis people, and they're so anti-Trump and they're buying into the Trump's time is over and all that. It's like, no, man, it's not over. The fact that you saw what happened, we all saw what happened. And we see how Trump has more influence than anybody. No question. DeSantis, I believe, is a big fish in a small pond. And once he goes to a general election, I think that's going to be a whole different game right there for him. And if he's going up against Donald Trump head to head, that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough road to hoe right there. Let me see. We've got Tinsoak got that one. Mav Dick, November 8th, 2016 is one of the best days of my life. Sophie says, Hail Cobra crew. Today's my birthday. Should I eat McDonald's or sushi? So Sophie, first of all, happy birthday, Sophie. Secondly, should you eat McDonald's or sushi? McDonald's. Chat, what do you think? McDonald's or sushi? But happy birthday, Sophie. Sir Yuzaban, love that 80s memorabilia of Transformers poster. Absolutely. Thank you. Trunk 3BO becomes a member. Berserker becomes a member. Gerald Armstrong. I've seen people mistakenly comparing Lightfoot to Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice. It's the Beetlejuice from Howard Stern fame. P.S. At least we know that Biden is a white boy. Dude, so I check this out. I put this tweet out earlier. I'm going to be serious for a minute, guys. We joke around a lot on this show. We meme a lot. But this is a serious situation, and I think somebody needs to call it out. So I'm going to do it. We've seen a lot of disrespectful and downright disgusting memes focusing on Lori Lightfoot since she lost yesterday. It's time someone says what I'm about to say. I've never been more proud of everyone involved. Keep roasting her ass. Woo! You gotta love it, man. Now I know. God. Bro. Is this even photoshopped at all? Is this even photoshopped at all? I don't know if I can play this. Can I play this? Let's see. This is from Lofty Pixels. There we go.
And I'm feeling good.
I don't think I can play it. I don't think I can play it. Oh, God. Let me see if I can try to play this. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Let me mute it because I don't think I...
Yeah. And I was really fucking mad about it. It's a new day. I'm gonna knock you the fuck out.
Oh, man. Holy shit. Oh, man. That was good. That was good. Let's see. D-Day Cobra, balls, man. Grow them and play it. A brain, man. Find one and use it. It's not about me having balls. I can't control when the YouTube algorithm just takes a fucking video down because I played a little bit of music. So it's not about having balls. It's about having a brain and understanding how YouTube works. So I can't just play anything because you will get hit. The real BBC literally got taken down the other day because of that. But shout out to Lofty Pixels. So Lofty's good people. Lofty's good people. He sounds vaccinated. Yeah, it's all good. You guys know how it is. We just like to talk shit around here. She gets the beard of 100%. I mean, is there any reason? J. Hellstorm, you know what to do, bro. You know what to do. You know exactly what to do. Holy shit. My God. Look. Wow. Woo. That's tough right there. I did save something in bookmarks right here. Right here. Like, you've got to try. You've got to try. That is awful. That is awful. But let me remind you what type of person we're dealing with here.
We will shut you down.
This is the type of person that we're dealing with here, okay?
This is how it's going to be. We will shut you down. We will cite you. And if we need to, we will arrest you and we will take you to jail. Period. There should be nothing unambiguous about that. Don't make us treat you like a criminal. But if you act like a criminal and you violate the law and you refuse to do what is necessary to save lives in the city in the middle of a pandemic, we will take you to jail, period. This is how it's going to be.
Dude, like, that is infuriating. Like, you have real fucking criminals. You have real criminals in Chicago committing real crimes, taking people's lives, but you don't want people having parties. So you're going to arrest people for not social distancing? It's so disgusting, dude. Absolute evil. Yes, 100% evil. Just a horrible person. There's her concession speech. I ain't going to listen to that. But God. Unbelievable, man. Jesus. All All right, we've got let's see. Yeah, Magnum North says, I work North Chicago. We are literally safer by not being represented by Lori the burnt troll. This is a great day for, oh wait, who just took her place? Yes, more Democrats. So it's a win, but it ain't a massive win. Gerald Armstrong says, Nurse should have smothered him with that pillow. Don't at me. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. The only thing she destroyed is her career. Lost Tales. I got you on that one. Say the line. Nocturnal becomes a member. Thank you for supporting the CobraCast IRL, the Snake Pit, and the Cobra Crew. Thank you. Bob R, you are my mister. So give me a good word. Yo, Joe, knowing is half the battle. Yo, Joe, sir. My minister, my bad. You are my minister. So give me the good word. Praise Jesus, praise Bob, praise Super Chats, praise the voters of Chicago for getting rid of Lori Lightfoot, and praise all of the grifters out there. Wamen. Just to be clear, I'm not making fun of religion. I'm making fun of Joel Osteen. I think Joel Osteen is a terrible person, who is a very, very crooked individual. I have nothing against religion at all, but Joel Osteen, I have a lot against that dude. That dude is like, man, he should play a horror villain. That's who Joel Osteen should be. He should play a horror villain. Absolutely disgusting freak. Mark Hendrick says, super glad you have started making good headway on this channel. All hail to CobraCast and the Cobra Crew. You're a great leader and a good person. Well, thank you, man. Yeah, this channel has been through so many kind of, I don't know, man. It's taken a long time to find its place. And, you know, this CobraCast thing is a good place to kind of cement it. And I know we had like big views from the first few CobraCasts, and that's just because it was new. It was a novelty. I knew it would dip down some, and that's totally fine. I've been part of enough streams that if you stay the course and you get a consistent schedule, you can really grow something. So that's why Tuesday Night's Main Event. When Tuesday Night's Main Event first started, we were pulling like barely 1,000 people, and which is fine. I mean, that was great. That's a huge number for me. So, and now you see, like we're hitting 3,000 and 4,000 people every week. And I think like as we cement this show and this time frame that we have, the time period, I think it's only going to grow from here. And but either way, your enthusiasm in the chat and your support in the chat, that's all that matters to me. It's so much fun. I love it. I'm having a blast doing this. And this channel has needed something to kind of build around. And I think this show, CobraCast, is definitely the show to build this channel around. And we're going to keep moving forward. So I really appreciate all of you. Berserker says, how you doing, redneck? Keep on keeping on, brother. Thank you. The Lost Tales, it's all double speak. We put Chicago in a better place equals better place for corruption from her elite corrupted friends and how they brag to our faces. Same with diversity. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Anybody that uses diversity unironically cannot be trusted and should not be trusted. Anybody that uses diversity or representation unironically should not be trusted in any way, shape, or form. Because they are clearly hiding something, because those that preach the loudest have the most to hide. We have said that over and over and over again. That those that do that always have something to hide. It's almost like the male feminist out there. You have male feminists out there that are always hiding something. Disgusting fucking people. Disgusting freaks. Blast Radius says, the racist part is race swapping the character Ariel from white to black. Absolutely. I agree. Cliff 3188. When I heard Lightfoot blamed racism for her election loss, I thought of Pee-wee's Playhouse, word of the day, bit where all the characters scream. My penis hurts for $4.99 says Lori Lightfoot looks like Samuel L. Jackson from Black Snake Moan. I don't know if I've seen Black Snake Moan or not. I'm not sure. Sophie says, I heard about John Wick 4 trying to get 9/11 first responders justice for being cast out with respiratory issues. They recommended watching his speech. Powerful. Did I say John Wick 4? I just saw John 4. God damn it. I'm tired. Not John Wick 4. John Wick 4 is about to come out. I heard John I heard about John for his work trying to get 9/11 first responders justice for being cast out with respiratory issues they developed. Recommend watching his speech. Powerful. Apart from the don't really know him. Holy shit. You can tell I'm tired. When I started, I was like, John Wick 4, 9/11 responders? What the fuck are we talking about? Thank you. The Lost Tales, I got that one. Sir Yuzaban. A new song, The Super Fighting Patriot, MAGA Man. Big Who, did you see the Laura Loomer vid? She was outside the DeSantis book signing with Trump signs. They called the cops on her. That's a good point. I wanted to bring this up. Okay, now, let me show you guys this, okay? I'm going to be honest with you, and I haven't looked too far into this. I have trouble thinking this is legit. I'm sorry. I don't think this... I don't know what other people are saying about this, but let's watch this. Let's watch this.
And they went that long with that. Yes, why? Because
of what you're wearing?
Because they told me to say anybody wearing Trump has to go right now.
We should put
during the signing.
Free speech.
During the signing.
Free speech.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have to call LPD now. That's fine. There you go. That's all right.
So look, so this is a video from Laura Loomer. What is being said is that I'm at Leesburg, Florida mall outside of Books A Million for my pro-Trump rally with Villagers for Trump, and Ron DeSantis and his staff ordered the police to make anyone wearing a Trump shirt or anyone with the Trump gear to leave. Ron DeSantis is anti-free speech. I don't know if I buy this. I don't know anything about Laura Loomer, but why is the security guard? Why does this, like, who would say that, like, as a security guard? Why would he have that information? I just have a hard time thinking this is real. This just seems really cringe to me. So I don't know, man. I just don't know. I have trouble believing. One more time, just so you guys understand what's going on here. One more time.
And they went that long with that. Yes, why?
Because of what you're wearing?
Because they told me to say anybody wearing Trump has to go right now.
We should put
during the signing.
Free speech.
During the signing.
Free speech.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys. I have to call LPD now. That's fine. Thank you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I saw that video, and it's really, like, as much as I would just love to sit here and tell you, like, oh yeah, man, Trump and DeSantis is trying to silence. Like, I just can't jump on that one right there. That just seemed very sketchy to me. That whole thing seemed very sketchy to me. It seemed staged. I don't have any information outside of that. I don't know what people are saying about it. Let me see. What are the tweets saying? Oh, here we go. Here we got more video. Okay. I didn't see this. So let's see this. Let's watch this together. Okay. So a group of Trump supporters and members of Villagers for Trump showed up to my rally in front of Books A Million for at Ron DeSantis book signing. And we had police called on us. As you can hear from the video, DeSantis told the police to kick anyone out in Trump gear. Let's listen to this.
Are you acting like the far left?
We're acting like the far left trying to get Trump elected?
Yeah, well, you're acting like the far left.
Why is the security guard saying that? That doesn't sound right.
Are you acting like the far left?
We're acting like the far left trying to get Trump elected?
Yeah, well, you're acting like the far left. You're
trying to get Trump elected?
You've got the same.
Trying to get Trump elected. Trying to get Trump elected is the far left?
Yes.
Trying to get Trump.
This can't. Is this real? Like, is this real? This can't be real. This can't be fucking real.
Elected is the far left.
Listen, I am a Trump supporter.
Well,
but
this can't be real, dude. This cannot fucking be real.
Technically, you shouldn't be over there then.
I'm doing my job, dude.
So, and so are we. So
Right.
are we.
But
So
you're
are we.
on private property. You need to leave.
Okay.
Sir, can I ask you a question?
You heard what he said. He said that DeSantis's people told them that anybody who's wearing a Trump hat, shirt, anything Trump, they have to leave. So Governor DeSantis likes to pretend like he's a governor in favor of free speech, right? He talks a big talk, but really he allows for elections to be stolen.
I can't buy this, man. Again, I don't know much about Laura Loomer. I don't. I appreciate that she's a Trump supporter, but I just
By big tech, and now he allows for people to be, have the cops called on them for simply supporting President
where are the cops? Where are they?
Trump. We're not the radical left. We're not violent. We're simply supporting.
Oh, there they are. Okay. But wait a minute. Where's the cops though? Like the cop car's there, but where's the police at?
President Trump.
Okay, well, where is there's he is. Okay, here he is. But are they just there as to be on guard because DeSantis is there, because the governor of Florida is there, or are they there to remove you? Because why is he not removing you?
How are we the radical left? We're not Antifa. We're not breaking anything. We're just here, right? We're just here supporting President Trump. Okay, so yeah, sure.
I don't know, man. All right, we got more. Is this just another? This is just another perspective, right?
Yes, you are. You're acting like the far left.
Time out. If somebody was over there,
A security guard wouldn't say you're acting like the far left, would he? Like, I'm not saying security guard is the most utmost job ever, but would the security guard take a political stance like that? I don't think that's right.
the Trump sign, would they have to leave the property? Or with a shirt on that said Trump, and they were in that line, would they have to leave the property?
Yes.
Why?
Because
of what you're wearing?
Because they told me to say anybody wearing Trump has to go right now.
But you're wearing a Trump, you're wearing a Trump.
During the signing. Okay, well, I'm sorry, guys. I have to call LPD now.
That's fine.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Whole thing just seems kind of weird to me. Based on, again, so I don't know anything about Laura Loomer, but based on just what I'm seeing right there, it's hard for me to think that is legit. Very hard. Wisdom prevails over on Rumble with a Rumble rant. DeSantis should stay in Florida and rack up the wins. Let Trump have his second term, then run after him with Trump blessing his run. Then you will have no division of the voting bloc. I agree, man. That's what I would love to see happen. But unfortunately, I don't think that's what's going to happen. Exquisite Vibes. Hey, Jeremy, what's your thoughts on George H.W. Bush during his reign as president? I know you hate the other Bush. Another random question is, what country is, what country in Asia would you like to visit? So in terms of George H.W. Bush, I was pretty young when, so Ronald, I was born in 79. I know a lot of people think they don't think I'm that old, you know what I mean? But I don't know a lot about, like, George H.W. Bush was the first president that I was really kind of old enough to remember when, he ran. So I can't give a hard position on George H.W. Bush, but I obviously hate his son. But the whole Bush family in general, I have negative feelings towards them because they're all career politicians, and I don't have anything for any career politicians. And yeah, I know you guys are like, look how many people are shocked. See. So, but I yes, born in 79. Jeremy is 25. We're the same age. Yes. Now everybody's saying I look good for my age. Well, now you just make me sound even older. You know what I mean? But Yeah, like when was George Bush? Let's see. When was George Bush? Around, let's see. So was it 80, mid 80s, like 88? Is that what it was? George H.W. Bush. What was it? George H.W. Bush was president from 89 to 93. So he had the one term, 89 to 93. So that's kind of when that's the first kind of election I remember, even having any relevance or anything on. But so I don't know, man. I'm not really I'm not a big fan of the Bush family in general, but George W. Bush is the one I really hate because of weapons of mass destruction, because of Halliburton, because of how everyone treated, the whole process. Like you had soldiers that were getting paid breadcrumbs compared to independent contractors that go over there for Halliburton making hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars because Halliburton had a no bid contract. You had Dick Cheney and Condoleezza Rice. They were all tied to oil and all that shit. George W. Bush was, to me, one of the most incompetent people that's ever been in office. And I think that he got there. I've talked about this before. I've talked about this a lot in the past, but Trump kind of used the broken system that is politics. And I heard people go like, Trump's making a mockery of politics. And I always said, I was like, do you realize Donald Trump, and I love Donald Trump, okay? He's the greatest president of my lifetime. But Donald Trump, before he became president, so let's establish this before he became president, all right? Donald Trump, before he became president, had a better chance of becoming president in the United States of America as someone that had never held a political office in his life, okay? He had a better chance of that than being cast as Batman. Do you know why? Because we, as a people, have a higher standard for who plays Batman than we do for who runs this country. That is a fact. We have a higher standard for who plays Batman than we do for who is the president of the United States of America. So Donald Trump walked in to a broken system that was ran by people like the Bush family, the Obama family, the Clinton family, and he broke the system, and he upset a lot of people. But I heard people say, "Oh, he's making a mockery. He's making a mockery of our system. He's making no. Your system was a mockery. The system's always been a mockery, always." And Donald Trump walked in there knowing the system, knowing how it all worked, and he absolutely flipped it on its head. And now he's essentially just broken everybody's heads, broken their brains to the point where they can't function, and he puts everything in danger by what he continues to do. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. What was the other question? Another random question. What country in Asia would you like to visit? Country in Asia. Let me look up Asian countries, see what all that lists over. Let's see. Asian countries. Let me see here. List of Asian countries. Probably Japan. Japan? Yeah, it would be Japan easily. Yeah, that's a no-brainer. Japan. I want to go to Japan so bad. And that would be number one on the list. So 100%. And Japan is something that we have discussed. Maybe a G&G vlog trip to Japan. That is something that we have discussed. Okay. So I don't know though. We'll see. Thank you though. Thank you. Flagrant triggers. If I may grift, good sir, had an evac zone resident in the past weekend, phone recording, then she joined stream. These people need to spread their story. Check out the video and shared if nothing else. Is that going to be, do you have a YouTube channel, Flagrant Triggers? I know obviously you're on Twitter. I'm assuming you have a YouTube channel. So if you had an evac zone resident in the past week, on the past weekend, so Flagrant Triggers, go check them out. I'm sure Eric K can find that. But yeah, look, going to Japan is going to be a very, 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 very expensive company trip. Let me just say that. And if that's the case, I got to do some major grifting, okay? Like I got to do Nick Rekieta level of grifting if we're going to do anything like that in the next calendar year or whatever. It's major grifting, Rekieta level grifting if we're going to pull that one off. So, Jared Armstrong, oh shit, it jumped on me. Why does it always jump? Why does it always do that? Jared Armstrong, Biden Fetterman 24. It's a no-brainer. Flagrant Triggers, hail to the chat, hail Geeks and Gamers, hail to the fellowship, hail FNT, hail Griftcast. Thank you, man. Magnum Norris says, people are afraid of this re-election backlash, but Trump is a rock star. Get in line, chumps. Get in line. Damn right. Magnum Norris says, people are afraid. I got that one. Flagrant Triggers, Don and Ron should play this WWE style. Don plays the heel to babyface. Ron then announces a tag team at the big face-off with Trump as POTUS and Ron as VP. If only things really worked out like WWE, that would be awesome. Let's see. Myoclonic Jerk says, during COVID, a lot of blue states put sick in with elderly and killed thousands. Imagine if the Democrat won Florida with their highest rate of elderly residents. Trump saved lives endorsing DeSantis. Very well said. And that's exactly my whole problem with this, man. People don't really appreciate what Trump has done. They don't appreciate it. It drives me crazy. Fantastic Mr. Knox, have you seen the video where Katy Perry bawled her eyes out and blames America for failing them? No, I tend to not try to watch anything Katy Perry, but that doesn't surprise me at all. You guys can put it in the Discord if you want. I'll try to check in there right now. I'll see you guys in there. Holy crap, you guys are busy in the Discord right now. Let's see. Kevin Cron says, it will be fun to watch the left lose their minds over Trump and Ron running. It will be hard for them to decide who is more evil. 100%. Jonathan Coble says, the GOP needs unity now more than ever. They could be a power team for the good of people, but all people. But the globalist uniparty is the real virus. Ron is young. Aim for 2028. We'll see Ron's integrity. I hope so, man. I hope so. I doubt that. I have my doubts about Ron's integrity based on this stuff with Trump. I really do. Grizzly Nightmare, thoughts on TikTok possibly being banned entirely? I think it's a realistic possibility. Shockingly enough, I think it's a realistic possibility because, with everything that's happened with the White House, and this has been something that's a rumor for a while. I saw Valuetainment talk about TikTok. Matter of fact, let's watch that video. Let me see if I can pull that up. This is a few months ago, but I love all right, here we go. This is a great video from Valuetainment. So right here, we're gonna watch this one. We're gonna react to this one. Here we go.
Rely on TikTok for your content to go viral, you may want to listen to this video. You may not like it. Matter of fact, you may not want to listen to this video because it's going to hurt a little bit. But let me get into it. So I was very hesitant of getting on TikTok. I was convinced TikTok was part of China ByteDance, and they had certain things that were doing behind closed doors. I read all the articles. I read the disclaimer. I read what they stood for. Finally, I said, you know what? I don't care if I get kicked off of TikTok. I really want to find out if there's any credibility behind all the criticism that TikTok gets. For those of you who love TikTok and use it regularly and you love the app, there's one organization you cannot criticize. God forbid you do. On TikTok, you'll see what happens to your numbers. By the way, it's very important for you to watch this video. It's tough for some of you to watch it, but it's important for you to watch this video because remember what happened to Vine? There were all these Vines.
That's true, man. Vine was so big, and it was big before the internet really became a thing. But like Vine was massive. And and it just went away. And I think that can happen with TikTok. Like for me, TikTok isn't that big. All right. It's not a part of my daily life. We have a TikTok for geeks and gamers. Krista does, stuff over there. It's really not in line with what Geeks and Gamers content is. She does great videos. And they've done really well. But for me, like TikTok is not, if TikTok disappeared tomorrow, I guess there would be a few less videos to laugh at cringe, but like, it's just not part of it. Like, I don't pay attention to it. I have a TikTok for D-Day Cobra. I don't really do anything over there. I don't run it. Krista runs that one. So I don't know.
Celebrities. Oh my God. 5 million views, 10 million views. Boom. The app shut down. 80% of celebrities, nobody knew about afterwards. 6 months, 12 months later. Took a lot for some people to make the adjustments. You may want to know what's happening with TikTok because they're one president away from being banned in no time. So having said that, I'm going to share with you a social experiment I did with my own account on TikTok to see if this was true or not. And I have proof for you with pure data. And you'll be able to make a decision for yourself. So let's get right into it. August 6th, at 1 million plus. Now, why are we looking at August 5th? Is because August 5th is when I uploaded a video criticizing the one organization, the one name you cannot criticize on TikTok. Viewership dropped 10 to 100x. You'll see 100x when I show it to you. And daily followership used to be 50,000 to 75 followers on a TikTok for 3 months straight, every month, to down to 3,000 to 5,000 followers on a monthly basis. So when you look at the first round, June 7th to August 5th, here's what happened. Videos between 0 to 20,000 views were 99. Videos between 20 to 100,000 views were 111. 100 to a million, 45 videos got over 100,000 to a million views, and 9 videos got over 1 million views. Now, keep in mind, this is when the account was smaller. I only had 40,000 followers or 80,000 followers, 100,000 followers. So I'm getting 1 million plus views on videos on a very small account that I just started because I didn't really trust TikTok yet. Then, boom, on August 5th, I upload a video criticizing China. This is what the video looked like. Here's what the video was. I put this video up.
If you come out this strong and your name is China, and you want to be the world leader, you cannot make a threat like this and not deliver.
Oh.
Which means she has to know this. Biden has to know this. We have to be on alert. And we have to know this isn't a small country saying this. Mm-hmm. This isn't a billionaire saying this. This is our number one enemy in the world who wants to take over U.S. They had a vision called Made in China 2025. It was by 2025, China wanted to be the ruler of the world. When they say this, you best believe behind closed doors, everybody needs to be ready for this.
It almost looked like numbers instantaneously changed. And my people would come up to me.
So when he made out just regular content, he was doing really well. All of his videos were tracking really well. This is when he had about 40,000 followers, a relatively small account by his standards. And then he took all the documentation down, kept up with all of the numbers in terms of how many hit this number, how many hit this number. And then after criticizing China, suddenly his account was bigger because he had done all of that. He had gained all that traction. His account was much bigger, but as soon as he criticized China, his views tanked. Pretty interesting.
I mean, at the office, they would say, Pat, something's going on with TikTok. I'm like, guys, stop with all this stuff, jumping to conclusion. No, give it another week. Give it another week. Give it another week. Pat, look at the numbers. Look at the comparison. I'm telling you, give it one more month. Pat, look at the numbers. Finally, after looking at all these numbers, testing it, showing it right next to each other, I said, maybe the team's got a good argument. Let's take a look at this. Here's what happened after I uploaded that video about China. So once again, between June 7th to August 5th, it was 264 videos we were measuring. Now we're going to look at August 6th to November 23rd, 722. So when you look at it side by side, here's what you see. 0 to 20,000 views. You ready? 720 videos were only between 0 to 20,000 views. You want to know how many videos were 20,000 to 100,000 views? Only 2. One of them was a Buffett video, and one of them was an Antonio Brown video. Do you want to know how many videos got over 100,000 views to 1 million? Only 1. And do you know how many got over 1 million? 0. So let me get this straight. When the account was smaller, I got 111 videos to go between 20 to 100,000. When the channel's bigger, when the account is bigger, on 720 videos, we're measuring only 2 got between 20 to 100,000. When the account was smaller, I got 45 to get to 100 to a million. When the account's bigger, only 1 get 100 over a million. When the account's smaller, I get 9 over a million. When the account's bigger, I get 0 over a million. Makes you think. So keep in mind, it's more clips, fewer opportunities over 100,000, fewer clips, more over 100,000. It's kind of like 100 at bats.
And the thing that really gets a lot of traction on TikTok is the generic Mr. Beast style stuff. And I'm not hating on Mr. Beast. I have nothing against Mr. Beast. I think he's a phenomenal creator, and he's really mastered algorithms. Last year, Mr. Beast was the most subscribed to or followed account on TikTok. And obviously he's the biggest creator on YouTube, and he puts this generic, kind of content out there that is consumable by everyone. He's never going to take a political stand. He's not going to speak out against anything except for Trump, because he has done that a few times. But that's what they want. That's what they want. They want just generic stuff that no one's going to call them out or call anyone out for anything. They want that family friendly, non-political stuff. But if you are someone that is political, you're going to have to only be on one side of the aisle. And again, Mr. B stays out of politics for the most part. He's criticized Trump. There's videos on his channel where he's criticized Trump, because of course he has. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're going to continue.
You're hitting 40 home runs, for example. Here, 1,000 at-bats, you're hitting 1 home run. Very weird. Then I said, well, let's look at the content to see if it's getting better or worse, because maybe numbers are not growing on all the other channels. Here's what we noticed. The last 2 or 3 months have been the biggest month in the history of our content ever on all our YouTube channels, PBD Podcast, by Tim Short Clips, PBD Podcast.
I'm going to skip through a little bit because some of this is just numbers, but he does get into more of the stuff about TikTok. So right here.
A fan. Even Biden's not necessarily a big fan of TikTok, even though he's on it very actively during the campaign. Here's what Musk said. Musk said, TikTok is destroying civilization. And then Rogan gets on his podcast and reads the entire terms of service, and people are saying, wait a minute, is that really on the terms of service? Yes. It is said, we collect information about the device you use to access the platform, such as your IP address, your region, and user agent, mobile carrier, time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your service device, your device system, networks. He says, are you kidding me? They really track the way you move your finger. They track the way your keystrokes, which means they're trying to find out everything about everything you're doing. This is an app that's eventually going to get banned. It's banned already in Indonesia, in Bangladesh. India banned TikTok. It's banned in Syria for different reasons. It's banned in many different places. And very soon it's going to be banned in America, because they are manipulating the way you are receiving content. It's just a matter of time. So again,
but isn't that what all social media platforms do? They manipulate information. They manipulate the way that you've gotten information. Isn't that what Twitter just showed us with the Twitter files? We just learned that, you know what I mean? And so, so it just is what it is. And yeah, Google's the same as YouTube, all of it. You know what I mean? It's all the same. So do I think TikTok will get banned? I mean, I think it's a realistic possibility that it could be banned. That was $1.99 super chat. You got your money's worth. You got your money's worth. But yeah, it was a good question. John Joseph Gray, McDonald's burgers are great hangover food, as well as Taco Bell. Coming in third is spicy wings. Venom says, nominate her for beard. I think we got our winner for Beard of Shame. Joe C818. Hey, Jeremy, I was wondering if you saw Fox News asking if anyone supported DeSantis and came up empty. Love the channel. Cheers, bro. I think that's what Jay Hailstorm was sending me in the private chat. I'm not totally sure. And I think the guys are trying to talk to me now. Oh, yeah, Benny Johnson's Lori Lightfoot. Captain Cook, Hail Cobra Crew. Not so fun fact, the last Republican mayor of Chicago was in 1931. Holy shit. Holy shit. Jonathan Bordeaux becomes a member. Thank you. A Money Wilson. Next problem. The frontrunner of Chicago mayor is CEO of Chicago Public School, a union dim. Yeah, exactly. So it's not even a big shift at all. Phantasm Mr. Knox tagged me on Discord. All right, I'll try to check that out. Let me see. There's so much. Goodness gracious. Oh, is it the Katy Perry deal? All right. I will try. I'll try to look at that in a minute. Fixie Clary for 10. Joel Osteen has that whole Stepford Smiler thing going that has always creeped me out. Yeah, Joel Osteen's a creepy dude. He's a creepy dude. Callie Prepper, thank you for the membership. Appreciate that. So does Geeks and Gamers have any events coming up? We'll do the Vegas event, which is a Friday Night Tights event. So we're going to be doing Vegas, and we're also going to be a little bit quicker than that. We're going to be at MegaCon in Orlando. We're going to have a panel at MegaCon in Orlando. So keep your eyes open for that one. More details. We don't have everything announced. I hope by Friday Night Tights, we're going to have that fully announced date and time where the panel's going to be, but it will be at MegaCon. We're shooting for Saturday at MegaCon in Orlando, but I'm not sure. And then the Vegas event is through Nerdrotic, so all the information is over there. And I can't wait, man. I am so freaking excited. It's going to be awesome. So, okay, let's see. Bob R. God damn it. Keeps jumping on. Bob R. I'm in security, and no. I said, no way. You cannot say shit like that. That's what I was thinking. Let me see. Celluloid Dream says Jeremy is an old man. Isn't it time for bed, Gramps? Never. Got to work when everybody else is sleeping. Jace the Pop Culture Vandal. What do you miss about the 90s and 2000s? I've been feeling really nostalgic lately. I feel like culture has been terrible since the early 2010s. I agree. I missed it. It's an obvious answer, but I miss that everything. I miss when everything wasn't about politics, you know? And the reason that everything is being destroyed from entertainment and video games and comics is because the people involved with the creation of these things now are political activists. Back in the 90s and the early 2000s, you didn't have political activism within the entertainment industry. You just had people wanting to create good entertainment for the sake of creating good entertainment. Now you have political activists all through it. But in terms of the 90s itself, man, I miss big budget blockbuster movies during the 90s, man. Dumb, fun popcorn, man. It was so great. It was wonderful. Video games were wonderful. Music was awesome. It was all great. But sadly, we're at a time where I don't know if we're ever going to get that culture back. I really don't. And culture is being affected because of something that is really important, and that's people's imagination. Imagination is being ripped apart from people's at a young age. Their imagination is just being destroyed. You're not allowed to have an imagination anymore. And if you look at, and I've talked about this before, but look at things like the design of a building. Look at this right here. Let me show you guys something. Okay. Let me show you something. Okay. Okay. Look at this right here. All right. This is a big problem that I don't think has fully kind of, can I find a picture of it? Okay, so you've got this. Let me open in a new tab. And so it's a point, like I've actually thought about making a video about this, but look at this right here. Look at this. Okay, share my screen. Share entire screen. Okay. All right. So check this out. That is Pizza Hut now. Okay. That's Pizza Hut then. Now, people may think, oh, you're just, what's the big deal? What the big deal is if I drive past that place as a kid, I want to go. I want to go there. That looks cool. That's unique. That has its own personality. This doesn't tell me anything. This looks like a generic carbon copy of a Taco Bell or a Wendy's or any other place. They're all the same. Everything is a cookie cutter. It's all like generic bullshit. The creativity has been ripped away from us, you know? And that's like, let me show you another example of this. Okay. Here we go. Look at this. Hold up. Like, yeah, right here. Open a new tab. Look at that. And boom. Is it just me, or has McDonald's gone from a happy child to a depressed middle-aged adult? Look at the personality. Look at that. Like, McDonald's used to be a place that inspired young people's minds. You used to go into McDonald's and they used to have a playground. They used to have game cubes set up. You remember that when they had the game cube in there? They had this really cool playground. The parents would go, they would drop off the kid, or they would keep that. They would sit down, they would have their meal. Their kid would go play on the playground. They would burn off energy. Now we're just at a point where it's all the same, and creativity is being destroyed. It's being destroyed by corporate sharks that are just like trying to pry into young children's brains and try to tell them what they want them to believe instead of letting them just experience life. And little stuff like this, you may not think it's important, but it is. Little stuff like this, the creativity of what we see around us. When I was a kid, when me and my parents be driving around and I saw a McDonald's, when I saw the golden arches, I got excited. My imagination started running wild. Now I see McDonald's and it looks like a fucking bank. No kids are being excited about that. You remember Toys R Us? When I was a kid, Toys R Us mattered. It was magical. It was amazing. And as soon as I would go in there, you see these amazing, this art, you see these characters, you see all this stuff that makes a child's mind just start thinking of all the possibilities of life. And now you just go to Amazon and buy something. So I see that, man. Like I'm a car guy. So like, I think the Mustangs and the current Camaros look almost exactly the same. I mean, obviously when you start getting to the GTs and the Shelbys and all of that, I know that the Shelby still looks pretty fucking badass. But if you just look at like the base model Mustang and Camaro, they're really close. Too close for comfort. You know what I mean? Creativity is dying and it's depressing. So that was the long answer of saying like, what do I miss about the 90s? I miss creativity. I miss imagination. I miss uniqueness. Nothing is unique anymore. They got rid of Aunt Jemima, for crying out loud. Why? Because you don't want to see black representation? Because that's essentially what you did. And yeah, it's wild, man. It's wild. So, you know, that's where we're at. And it yes, the S197 Mustang is the best Mustang. I would agree with that 100%. Almost all cars look the same. You're 100% right about that. Somebody said in the chat. Can I move on? I don't know. Do you want me to move on? Chat, do you want me to move on? Chat, this person right here has decided I need to move on. This person has decided that of the 980 people here, that this person has decided I have to move on. Do you want me to move on, chat? Because I will if you tell me to, but I just want to make sure that this one person doesn't tell us that we have to move on when you guys were enjoying what the conversation was. We were discussing creativity. We were discussing the failure of children to be able to have an imagination and how it's destroying us for future generations. But if you would like me to move on, I will. But it appears that your comment, we've got a live recreation of your comment. Damn. That's gotta hurt. That's gotta hurt. that one's got to hurt. But honestly, there's subtle things that are happening right now. There's subtle things that are happening. And look at what the Marvel Cinematic Universe was criticized for. That formula, the formula, you know, it's one thing. This is why when I am a fan of people, I'm a fan for different reasons. Okay. You can criticize anyone and anything. Okay. But here's one reason why I am a fan of who, in my opinion, is the single greatest filmmaker on the planet. And that would be one Christopher Nolan. And Christopher Nolan did this right here for his upcoming movie, which I think is going to be fantastic. Oppenheimer, I think it's going to be amazing. Christopher Nolan recreated a nuclear explosion without CGI for his new film. 99% of filmmakers use CG for every fucking thing because they're lazy as fuck and they don't respect the audience. Christopher Nolan's out here recreating nuclear explosions without CGI. Do you understand? That's what we are losing as a people. We are losing this creativity. We are losing a trailblazer mindset like that. That's why I love Christopher Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan because of that. Because if we had people that were working on our culture like Christopher Nolan, we would not be losing that creativity. But instead, we get cookie cutter McDonald's and cookie cutter Pizza Huts and Mustangs and Camaros that look the same. I don't want to live in a world where Mustangs and Camaros look the same. I don't want to live in that world. I want to live in a world where uniqueness is the key. And some things are going to get more attention than other things. Some people are going to get more attention than other people because we are not the same. And we continue to live in this society pushed by the mainstream overlords that they want everyone to get a fucking trophy. Everyone doesn't get a fucking trophy. The best get a fucking trophy. And the people that lose go home and practice and they become better and they will eventually get that trophy because they've learned through defeat. You have to get your ass kicked in life. You have to take losses. You have to learn how to get up. If you're handed shit your whole life, if you're handed trophies in everything you do, you're never going to be able to learn to how to succeed and how to have adversity. Getting your ass beat, getting picked on in school, getting roasted for wearing shoes that everybody thinks are clown shoes. It's part of it, and it defines who you are. It makes you tougher. It makes you stronger. It makes you want to strive for more. But if we're just handing everybody a fucking trophy, and if people can't get picked on, and if mean words can't be said, then we're raising a generation of pussies, which is exactly what they want. So there you go. That's good. That was good. But yeah, but I that's what I believe. Like and to that point, I have been a bully and I have been bullied in school. Yes. I went through it all. I've been a bully and I've been bullied. And a lot of me being the bully was because I was bullied. So I was lashing out like, all right, now I've got, the advantage here because through all of that, you learn that, you learn why things are right or things aren't wrong or whatever. You learn through trials and tribulations. That's how life should be. But we're at a point now where we can't make fun of anyone. There's certain people that have protective bubbles on them. The pronoun crowd is out there, these psychopaths, and it's like the fact that they're trying to program everybody to have pronouns and address people by their proper fucking pronouns. Like on an individual level, I'll work with you. If I know you personally, if I know your friends, if I know your family, and maybe you want to do that, then I would some way consider that. If I go to Target and a fucking dude is standing there and it's clearly a fucking dude that works at Target, and I go, hello, sir. And he's like, my pronouns are actually she, her. And I'm walking the fuck out. I'm done. No, I'm not playing your game. Fuck you. I'm not playing your game. And I've seen the pronouns on name tags at Target. I've seen it. But it's like, yeah, if I like, because guess what? I do have friends and family that are actually mentally handicapped. So if you're mentally handicapped and you need pronouns, and I know you personally, I'll probably work with you. If you're an able-bodied person who just decided for one day you wanted to be a fake victim and you wanted to turn your fucking pronouns to change things, no, I'm not working with you. No, I'm not doing that. Okay? I'm not doing that. No, I'm not going to refer to you as whatever your fucking pronouns are. It's insane. It's insane. Except for that, those are some good pronouns right there. I retract all of my statements. Zooman has got it right there. His pronouns are snake and pit. Yes, no pronouns. I'm sorry. Am I talking about Jay? Oh man. Oh man. All right, let's see. Yes. Look at the kid in Florida high school who beat his teacher for taking away his Nintendo Switch. Broken home, lack of discipline, and this fear mongering where we can't spank kids got us here. Agreed. 100%. It's sad but true. Cellular Dream, did you get your applesauce today, Grandpa? Sophie says, check Abroad in Japan and the Trash Taste podcast. Awesome content from Japan. Abroad in Japan has awesome filming skills. Trash Taste boys are funny. Thank you, Sophie. And again, happy birthday. Marshall says, hey, Griftcast, I bought Jay's new graphic novel, and all of you should be buying Jay's graphic novel. So I hope you guys have supported him over there. He deserves it. Martin Glover, president and vice president can't be from the same state. There is 100% ways around that. I've heard that as a reason why they can't be. Trump has properties all over the fucking world, so they can make changes if they want to for that. Let's see. Cabos BVR, Bush's, Clinton's, Obama's plus Biden's work together. That's the person that wanted me to move on. Sent me a $2 super chat. So thank you. I hope you're still here. I hope you're not mad at me. We just do that. We have fun. So Captain Miko says, Michigan banned the use of all state employees makes sense. Governments don't like the idea of another government stealing data to use against them. Yes, absolutely. Fantastic. Mr. Knox tagged you on Discord. I did see that. I'm going to see if I'm reacting to that one. Cappy says, Jeremy just streams to see Cam Man online. Steve becomes a member. Thank you. Fantastic, Mr. Knox. It's why I think Katie deserves the beard of shame. All right, I got to watch it if that's the case. Cappy says, Keenan comes to Jeremy streams just to meet Can Man. Bebop 1988 says, check out Mark Dice's newest video about TikTok. I don't want to react to another TikTok video. I think enough people were done with that topic, but I will look at it myself. Revenge of the Netherrealm. Were you ever a fan of ECW, Extreme Championship Wrestling? I was always a big WWF and WCW guy. I didn't have ECW where I lived. I couldn't get it on TV. So when I would see clips of ECW randomly, it was the coolest thing ever. But I couldn't get ECW consistently on cable in my area, so I couldn't watch it regularly. So I wasn't plugged into the product, unfortunately. Which again, I go back to the creativity argument, man. Like that's like everything is so easy these days with the internet, with online. Like I'm a big retro, toy collector and gamer. I love retro games. I love retro toys. I can buy anything I want right now on the internet, and I don't do it. Like I would rather go to thrift stores and pawn shops and places like that to be surprised, to hopefully find one of the G.I. Joes that I want. It's too easy to buy it online. I don't like that. I want to find it in a store. I want to go on the treasure hunt. I want the thrill of like the hunt. And I just don't like buying this stuff online. All right. Still here. That's what's up, bro. Appreciate you. Good people right there. But yeah, like, so I'll always go to any, like, I don't like in Pensacola, we had this place called Miles, and it was this giant thrift store. So essentially it's this old department store that was closed down. So then these locals basically, I guess they bought it and they rented out, which a lot of places have these, they rented out different sections to individuals, and individuals would bring their stuff. So they would have, plants or pictures or whatever, paintings, and they had a few retro toy sections. I love this place so much. A tornado came, tore the roof off of it. Eventually, instead of rebuilding, a big hotel chain bought it out. So they tore the place down. It sucked because I used to go to this place every day. I don't know if there's a place like that in Orlando, if there's this giant thrift store area that has retro games and retro toys. But if someone knows of a place in Orlando, please let me know, because I love, love, love going to places like that. It's the best. So yeah, man, I love doing that. And that's the thrill. So yes, while I can't buy everything online, choose not to. Sacred Clown says, I went there when I was stationed in Pensacola. Awesome place. It was an awesome place, man. I miss it. The MAA's Aaron says, for $20, love the G.I. Joe poster of the individual figures over your right shoulder. And of course, the Transformer cartoon movie behind you. Duke would have died if not for Optimus. Yes, he would have. So that's a reference to Optimus Prime was killed off in the 80s Transformers movie, and that did not go over very well with audiences and collectors of Transformers, kids, families, whatever. So because of the blowback on that, Hasbro made a knee-jerk reaction to the G.I. Joe, the movie in 1987. Duke, the leader, one of the leaders of G.I. Joe, but kind of the face of the Joe team. He was set to die, and he does die in the G.I. Joe, the movie, by Serpentor. Serpentor throws a snake. It hits his chest, and in that scene, he dies. But they rewrote the scene based on the backlash from the Transformers movie, and Duke ends up surviving in the end. I think it would have been really powerful for Duke to die in that scene. I love the character of Duke. I think he's fantastic, and he's an all-American hero. It would have been really impactful if he would have died in that scene, but it is what it is. Let me see. But thank you for the $20. Appreciate that, man. Game Fossil becomes a new member. Thank you, Game Fossil. Magnum Norris, dude, do you remember the arcade culture in the 90s? People showing up in gangs and getting into fights over Mortal Kombat. I miss the enthusiasm, bro. Yes, I do. Mortal Kombat, X-Men, Street Fighter. I mean, it was just amazing time in the arcades. I loved it so much. So I definitely do. Venom says, RIP to Wendy's Sunrooms. Yes. Lost Tales. Sorry, mate. We are staying on this topic. Thank you, Lost Tales. Sir Usabond, without creativity, we wouldn't have gotten through the Great Depression. We wouldn't have the OG comics, cartoons, movies, and classic Disney. Creativity is a powerful thing, man, and we're losing it. We're losing it big time. Berserker says, I just want to see you match Gary's beard since you're getting up there, old timer. I can't. I can grow a beard, but it's like it takes a little longer. It takes longer than I would want, and it always gets to that awkward phase, and I just have to get rid of it. So I don't know, man. Maybe one of these days. JM the Elite Fan over on Rumble. My pronouns are IWGP Heavyweight Champion Lord Longcock. Address me appropriately, or I will Very good, JM the Elite Fan. That was good. Samuel the Infamous. Hail, Jeremy. If you're free Saturday evening and I DM you a link, would you care to join my panel? We'll be talking about Cocaine Bear to start with. I appreciate the offer. I will be out of town, or at least I will be back home. So for those of you that don't know, we have Geeks and Gamers headquarters set up here in Orlando. So that's why this is a different set than I'm normally in. And so but a couple of times a month, I travel back home to Pensacola to see family. That's very important. And so luckily I have the support of my family for everything that we're doing here. It's not easy, but it's necessary for us to build this. And so I'll be traveling back this weekend. So I will be there. I will be doing CobraCast on Friday night. So don't worry about that. I'll be there I'll have CobraCast set up in my old school setup in Pensacola. So I will be there, but I got to go home and spend some time with the fam. Very necessary with all the stuff we're trying to do here in Orlando. So, let's see. Oh snap! It's Camelot. Camelot in the house. We got to get Camelot on here. I'm thinking, how about next Friday, Camelot? You want to be a guest next Friday? Not this Friday, but next Friday. You want to be a guest? Because now CobraCast happens earlier on Friday because I do it after Friday Night Tights. So it happens a little bit earlier than normal. So let's see. All right, you gonna do it? He says agreed. Hey man, that's what's up. That's what's up. All right, so we're gonna get Camelot on here. He's got CamelCast. Been crushing it. Samuel, the emphasis. Fair enough. Family comes first. Rain check. Yeah, man. Just hit me up. I'll see what my schedule's like. My schedule's wild. I haven't seen Cocaine Bear, by the way. And I don't plan on seeing it. But I hope you guys have a great stream for sure. Jeremy, how's Leia doing? Leia is doing great. She's fat. She's hungry. She's always eating. I can't control her. She's out of her mind. But that's my dog that's in my profile picture for those that don't know. That's my home girl. I go on Ricada's show at 11 Central, so it should be fine if you start earlier. I'll hit you up on Twitter, brother. Appreciate you stopping by. We're at the 2-hour mark, so we're probably going to wrap it up here soon. We had 3 streams. It's my third stream today. Nervous Boner on the Streamlabs side says Trump's nickname game is slipping. How has he not landed a D-anus yet? It's just sitting there waiting to be plucked. That's pretty funny. So yeah, CobraCast, another one in the books. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys are all having a great evening. I'll be back Friday after Friday Night Tights. I'll be in the Pensacola setup, so I hope you guys will tune in. And let's say, oh yeah, we got some member chats. And Beard of Shame. We got Beard of Shame. He did not let Hailstorm did not let me forget. So here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, I got a few member chats, but before we get those member chats, okay, before we get the member chat, it's time, okay? It's time. The most important moment you've all been waiting for. The Beard of Shame, the CobraCast Beard of Shame. And it goes to none other than, here we go.
Yeah. Fuck you. Elizabeth. Heartfelt.
Oh, the dancing part was good. One more time. Beard of Shame.
Yeah. Fuck you. Elizabeth. Heartfelt.
That music's so fucking stupid, and I love it. It's so good, man. Holy shit. My goodness. All right, where are we at on member chats? Eric, let's see. Did you send me? I don't see any. I don't think I got the member chats. Eric, absolutely perfect. Yes, it was. Yeah, he outdid himself today. For sure. So let me get Eric in here. Eric.
Hey, what's happening? So you don't see all those? Let's see. Captain Cook, member 1 month. Hail Cobra crew. Not so fun fact. The last Republican mayor of Chicago. Oh, you got that one. Okay, let's see. The last one was Game Fossil joining.
Yep, got that one. Okay, so I think I read them all. So
that was it.
All right, good stuff. Hey, and there's Captain Cook right there. So, all right. So I really appreciate you guys. Third stream of the day. We had the political stream over on Patriot Outpost. We then had Fortnite, which I hosted over on Twitch, along with the Geeks and Gamers Twitch and the main Geeks and Gamers channel. And then we had CobraCast right here. So I appreciate you guys so much. Hailstorm, you got anything going on?
Might go live tomorrow.
Oh, Oh, might go live tomorrow. Okay. There you go. There you go. Greedo got you. Thank you, Greedo got you. I appreciate you guys so much. All right, we're gonna leave it there. Thanks to the what's up, Eric?
Bruce just gifted 1 membership.
There
right
we
there.
go. Nice,
And
Bruce.
there
I
was
see that.
Michelle O'Rourke Johansson. She had a message she wanted you to look at
All right.
at some
What is it?
point. So I don't know. She sent it to
Okay.
you. So
Okay. All right. All right. I see your comment there. All right. I'll check that out. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much. You guys have a great night, and I will see you Friday from P Cola CobraCast IRL. And we're gonna.
Canman said you missed a super chat too. Probably maybe Samuel the Infamous. I'm not sure.
I got Samuel's most recent one. I got Fantastic Mr. Knox. Let's see. Oh, Cappy, can man on any of Jeremy's podcast win? The more you ask, the less chance of it happening. So every time you ask, it just decreases chances, Cappy. How you like that one? So there you go. So keep asking, and you're just hurting every. So right now, the chances of it happening are slim to none. So if you keep asking, that's only going to make it even worse. Boom. All right, guys, have a great night, and we will talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.